This is Ben from Common Knives, and you're listening to the High Carbon Podcast.
Welcome everyone to the High Carbon Podcast. We are back on schedule again. This week we have a guest, but before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about our week. Albert, why don't you start us off?
That's the same like every week. We had a forging class, but we had an advanced forging class. So I think it was our first or second really advanced forging class, like with normal students and not with other knife makers or bladesmiths. So they made copper Damascus blades. It was a 3-day class, and the forging took us like all day, the first day, because we forge our copper Damascus in the electric kiln, and it takes forever to heat up. But it was a fun class, and it was super nice to see students build something else than like normal pattern welded Damascus we usually do.
Yeah. Those are students that have taken classes with you before, but they're not normal knife makers. Yeah.
Yes, you have to take at least one class with us to do the advanced class, because you have to know your way around the machines and stuff, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to finish the in time. So you have to take one class with us, and then you can take an advanced forging class, and you can decide what you want to make. I mean, it helps if the students tell us in advance what they want to make, of course, because then we can prepare the billets or prepare the steel, whatever. But this time it was copper Damascus. We've also done advanced classes with other knife makers who did laminated steels, like Apex laminates, or also Kumai laminates with like a copper diffusion barrier in there, but we've never done a class with copper Damascus cladding and Apex core. So it also laminate, but it was copper Damascus on the outside. I mean, it was super nice to see that, but the forging takes forever. Usually we're done with the forging within I don't know, 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours. But this time it took us all day, because we had to restack the billet, and they have to heat up in the kiln. This takes forever. Nice to see that we can finish like a copper Damascus class within 3 days. What else happened? I struggled with the cleaver I'm building. I broke the tang, so we had to weld it back on, and then I had to regrind the profile. So that's where I'm at with this one.
Are you entering the cleaver challenge for the Knife Show Austria? Is that what that is, or is this for
no
customer?
It's for a customer. That's the customer who bought the first double hook blade I made. And he wanted to have the same grind on a cleaver, which kind of makes sense, I guess. But it's a whole different level on the cleaver, because you have to remove so much steel. But when you're starting out, the thing is so heavy. Even for the ox grip, it's kind of hard to manage so much steel in the grinder. So the hand gets sore and stuff. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this blade. So we had to weld back on the tang. I had to regrind the choil and the shoulders. Then I had to hand sand it again, of course. But I hope to be done by tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. And then on Sunday, 2 of our students come back to finish, because they made so much copper Damascus so that they want to make another knife with the leftover steels. So they're coming back on Sunday to work on their second knife or third knife for one guy even. Yeah.
So is that a special day for you guys, or are you usually in the shop on Sundays also?
No, we're usually in the shop on Sunday. So this week we had our forging class on Sunday, but especially on Sunday we're at the shop, because it's a bit quieter than usual. So all the other companies in the area are empty. So it's a bit quieter on Sunday. And there's nothing else to do on Sunday. So I enjoy Sundays in the shop actually a lot. Might even be my favorite day in the shop, Sunday. I mean, we're not religious. We don't go to church or anything. So what else would we do on a Sunday? You can't go shopping. you can't go clay shooting. You can't do anything. So why not work or do some fun projects?
The clay shooting is closed on Sundays also, I guess, for the noise.
I don't know why. It annoys the shit out of me, to be honest, because it would be the perfect day for clay shooting. But I guess it has something to do with, I don't know, holidays, religion, or whatever, because they're also closed on holidays. So they don't open on the shooting range where I'm at. They're closed on holidays. So they're only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So which also annoys the shit out of me.
Because you might have classes mostly on those days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I even went clay shooting on Saturday after the class. So I called the guy who owns the range, and I
Yeah.
told him that I'm almost done with the class. And usually they close at 5. I mean, it's 30 degrees outside, the sun is shining, and they close their shooting range at 5. Who does that? So I called him at I think 4:45 or something. So close to when they're about to close the range.
Yeah.
And he said he can leave it open for half an hour longer. And then I went after the class on Saturday, and I went for 3 rounds to the range. Yeah, because when you do classes, like we usually do our classes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if it's raining on Thursday, you miss a whole week. So, and then the week after that might also be raining or whatever, and then you lose 2 weeks. But this guy obviously doesn't need the money, because otherwise he would open the shooting range, like, let's say, for 5 days a week or something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not everybody works 24 hours a day, like Salzburg Messerschmiede. Some people like to go home.
Yeah, but it's not 24 hours a day. You mean they open at 9 in the morning and they close at 5 for 3 days a week. And no, it's a lot of work, and they have to take care of the range, and they have to clean the range, and they have to fill up the machines and stuff. So it's a lot of work, but still, give me 1 more day, or maybe 2 more days, or hire someone. I mean, that's a cash cow. So it's a money making machine, these shooting ranges, or at least some of them are. So with the money they make, they could easily hire an employee who runs the range, let's say Wednesdays, right?
Maybe if you bribe him with like a small outdoor knife,
Trust
maybe he'll be
me, I've tried. I've tried.
He'll open it whenever you want, maybe.
Not just with a knife, with a class, whatever. But this, I mean, he's super nice. Don't get me wrong. Super nice, very, very friendly, very polite, everything. He's like a British gentleman, so
Okay.
super nice. But he wants to do a class with us because he knows what I'm doing for a living. And last week he asked me how these classes work, and he wants to do a class with the lady who helps him and the president of the shooting club. So, which is nice, because I like all these people. I mean, they're super nice people. But
That
still,
would be cool.
give me another day. 1 more day.
Then you got to make something special, like some gun barrel Damascus or something like that.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Do you know that we've made gun barrel Damascus,
Yeah.
which looked awesome because it was a 3-colored Damascus. So it was a gun barrel. I think it even was a shotgun. Then it was wrought iron, and what was the third? 1095 or something. So it was a 3-colored Damascus, but we didn't know what the gun barrel would look like in the finished Damascus. But it looked awesome. We only made 1 billet, and we sold the knife to a young chef, which is a friend of ours, for very little money. And I noticed because he brought the knife back last week for makeover and for sharpening and stuff. So I saw the blade again, which is super nice. After, I think it was 3 years ago or something. He took very good care of the blade, which is nice to see.
So you got it like a nice different color range with the etching and stuff, using 3 different steels.
Yeah, it was gray, silver, and black. So it was like the normal. I mean, there's other combinations as well where you can get the 3 colored Damascus, but it was but we didn't know how it would turn out. Of course, an apex core, so it was also laminated.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know if the gun barrel was a good steel for a cutting edge, So that's why we used it as a cladding. That was my week.
My week, I am working on making some molds for a custom ribbon burner size from a customer of mine. He wants to build a bigger ribbon burner forge, and he needs 2 larger burners. So ordering all the parts and stuff to make the jig so I can pour these, and worked a little bit more on my folder that we talked about last week. Blades hardened. It was a little bit warped. The way mine's put together, the pivot, like the radius where the pivot pin is at the bottom of the blade, so where the tang would be if it was a regular knife, and that 1 little tab section warped on me, and luckily it was warped to the side away from where the bearing runs, so I didn't have to worry about hitting the bearing track. And I just put the blade like up against the wall so I could like ride the carbide hammer along the wall and make sure that I hit in the right area, not on the edge or the tab or anything, flip a tab. And it worked pretty good. So it's all sanded and hardened, and I got the handle, basic shape of the handle. I just got to go up in the grits. and lock and everything is working good. So maybe next week sometime I'll get to grind the blade and finish it up.
Oh, cool.
So after doing all that, then I started going online and trying to source some quantities of all the parts and stuff we need to build a folder. I think I'm gonna make some kind of a template, hardened template, and then get all the right drill bits and pivots and screws and everything that we need to put one of these together and get all some folder parts going online. But I'd like to make a decent kit. Like there's some kits out there to build folders, but they're either one that the folder's already cut and finished for you, or you just got to put it together so you see how it works. And other ones are, I don't know. There's a couple of them in the US. I don't know if there's any available in Europe where you can buy like hardened steel templates, but they're usually drilled already to the size like the pivot screw would be and stuff. And I think it's a lot easier if you just do everything in like a 2 millimeter hole, and that way you can like spot everything with 2 millimeter pins. And once you get all those, then you can work and get your holes bigger. It just makes it easier to line everything up. If anything's off, even the tiniest bit, it doesn't work very well. So
What's gonna be in the kit, and what steps will the customer have to do?
like just the basic kit would be some thin steel, like liner thickness that's hardened and pre-drilled already, or at least, like I said, everything, all the holes in just 2 millimeters, so you can transfer it easier onto a piece of titanium or stainless steel, whatever you're going to use for liners. And then I'm not sure how I'll put the kit together. I'll have to sell like just the template by itself, and then I don't know if I'll do the template with all the screws and bits and stuff, because if people already have some of these things at home, then they wouldn't buy the whole kit. So maybe I'll just offer it in 2 different sections with like all the drill bits, countersinks, and everything that you need to get started. And then after that, you can just order what you need.
I volunteer as a test customer.
Yeah, I think by the time I get it all figured out, we'll probably be doing our flipper class together. We'll see.
Ah, perfect. I'm kind of surprised Polly didn't jump in.
I wanted. I
Give me a
really
second.
wanted.
You were too
What?
late,
Free?
Polly.
Free? What?
Free. Do I smell something free? For free? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's a great idea, and actually doing the templates would be quite easy. You can get them, I guess, laser cut with the holes marked. You don't have to do any drilling yourself, and just maybe heat treat them, or I don't know, maybe even not hardened would be also good. You just have to mark those holes. You don't have to actually use it for drilling, because you are drilling thin material. So some good center punches on the holes, and
to transfer them
you're
accurately.
done. Yeah. And it would be extremely cheap.
The what I got so far, all the basic screws, like for the liner, for the handles to the liner and stuff like that, is easy. The pivot and the pivot screws themselves are tough to find, or at least find with a compatible counterbore. So I'm working on finding a counterbore or get them custom made first, and then I'll get the screws to match, because that's always a pain in the ass if anybody's ever started making folders, to find the correct bits that you need to sink the pivot bolt itself or the pivot screw. It's always a hassle. And carbide is crazy right now. Actually, carbide prices just went down, and they're supposed to go back up next month. So if anybody's buying bits, get them now.
How do you know they are supposed to go back up?
Because my supplier said so, unless they were just trying to get me to buy.
Okay. Yeah, but I saw that the carbide went a little bit down. Oh no, then I have to buy. I mean, I'm doing most of my machining with carbide, so ain't that cheap now? Ain't that cheap? Actually, everything that is manufactured is. I mean, nobody uses HSS bits anymore, so everything is going to be more expensive. Everything. Yeah.
Ollie, a short edited version of your week, so we can get our guest on. What did you do this week?
Oh yeah, easy peasy. I mean, I already done like 40 minutes of ranting, so I got this out of my system. But when this is airing, the new version is live on my website. It's done. guys. It's done. Varnas 2.0, it's done. It is going now to be sold. It is now sold on my website. All of my email subscribers have gotten the email, which you can subscribe on baltoblaze.com. So don't miss out. I will send out a link to the long format videos. I also put out a social media post about asking just to do a Q&A. Already got some questions in the DMs that I will do a Q&A section in the long format video. So fine, everything is moving. It's exciting. It's great. I love the changes on the knife, and I cannot wait to start and just pump out those babies. And I'm really excited to go on and work on the next knife. This year should be the year of me releasing finally new models, because I have so many in the works. It's crazy, and it's been years that I've had those prototypes and just changing small things, just looking at the details and just iterating a little bit by little bit. And now it's the year of finally finishing some projects. So I'm really excited, really good. And at least I let off some steam in the pre-show, which luckily is not aired. So yeah, that's about my week. I'm really excited, Keith, about your folder. I saw that you sent me some videos. Sadly, I did not have the time to watch them, but I just saw a few pics of the knife itself. Looks great, man. And you got me really fired up that I should also move the folder project that I've got going. So,
do it.
Inspirational, Keith. Thank you so much.
I try.
That's about my week.
Perfect. Then let's introduce our guest. This week we have Oliver Silbernagel from Fallen Scout Blades. Oliver, welcome to the show.
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Good. After that long intro.
Yes. Was nice to hear Paulie complaining about AI. Anyway, really thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so Oliver is from Austria, and it looks like from your Instagram, your earliest post was 2019. Is that when you got started in knife making?
So now you know more about my Instagram than me. No, not really. I made my first knife back in, I think, 2011. After some of my friends took a knife making class in Salzburg. Back then I don't had the money for that, so I thought I can do it alone. Took another friend. We bought some files and made the first knife for a tour to Sweden with our scouting group. Then I got hooked. Made the second and third knife, I think 2 or 3 years later. Started hardening myself and so on. Yes, and maybe in 2019, something like this, I started to buy the first tools and so on. Yeah, and then it grew and grew.
I guess if you make a knife with a file and you still like it at the end of that, then you were cut out to be a knife maker. That's a lot of work.
Yes, it was a lot of work, but we learned it back then in school, in higher technical school. We had to work with our files a lot, so me and my friend, we have been used to. It was nice to have something in hand beside working in the office as a day job.
Cool. So on your website, it also says you started, the website at least says established 2024. You're not full time, right? This is a hobby still?
No, I'm not full time. It's still a hobby. I have a full time day job, and let's say the night job is making some knives. Once again, beside the day job, what is in the office, I'm happy to see something made by hand and to be used on the weekends outside.
What's your day job? Does it have something to do with craft, or what do you do for a living?
I'm a sales guy.
What do you sell?
What do you think?
Knives.
No, I'm a sales manager, project sales manager in the railway industry. We're selling,
cool.
Yeah, we're selling or a system supplier for railway. my special topic is interiors. So, in example, you all might know probably not, the ÖBB Railjet here in Austria. My project back then was the tables, the luggage racks, car end walls, and so on. Yes, that's my day job, and beside that, I'm making knives, and it's getting more and more and more.
And mostly outdoor knives, right? I think from your Instagram or from your name also, that you were part of the Scouts. So you're teaching younger kids, or?
Yes, I'm, let's say, teacher of a scout group with scouts between 16 and 20. So the oldest group, or quite old kids, let's say. And yes, I'm doing, or I have on my homepage, mostly outdoor knives, because I started with outdoor knives for myself. Afterwards, when I had enough for the moment for myself, I started with different versions of kitchen knives, because it was much easier to give them as presents to family and friends. And yes, then I got back to the roots, and currently I'm mostly doing outdoor knives, just some custom kitchen knives, but I don't show them that often, because then the customer would like to get what he sees on the Instagram page mostly, or on the homepage. So no photos of those, or not that much, let's say.
Looking at your pictures, I have a question about your sheaths. Do you do any Kydex work? Because I've seen in the past that you've done a few sheaths in Kydex, but currently, do you work with it?
Yes, I do. I do Kydex sheets, and I do leather sheets. But I do the photos as soon as the knives are finished. So I don't have much photos of the finished knives with the sheets. Yeah.
Which do you prefer, leather or Kydex?
It's depending on the knife.
I mean, which one do you like? Which one do you like to work with more?
To work with Kydex.
Yeah, as a maker.
I like Kydex. To work with Kydex more than with leather. I like leather more than Kydex, but I like it to work with Kydex because it's just faster.
I personally, I hate Kydex, but I hate leather too. So, it just sucks so much. I hate it when it's hot and it's floppy and it's like all over the place. I just like steel. And talking about steel, I've seen that most of your knives have hamons, right? Or almost 100% of those?
Not anymore. The first ones, yes. When I made my second or third knife, I have seen some pictures about hamon knives, or hamons on knives. So I had to try it myself. I made the first hamon in my grill. Was hard work, because I burnt the full surface and had to remove everything. It was a very thin blade, but I was able to achieve a hamon. Currently, I'm more working, or started working, not on that high polished ones, but the stone washed. I have made some stone wash blades, and currently I'm working on a small batch of EDC style blades, and those will be my first ones zero coated.
Ooh, interesting. Fun colors or just black?
Field strap, so brownish.
Ooh. Interesting. I like that. And I mean, you are working, I guess, mostly with carbon steel, unless if you want to do some hamons, or if you need Cerakote coating on that. Do you have a preference for a specific steel that you love to work with, or I mean,
yes.
I heard that you can get hamons on 1095, but I've heard also people really dig like the spicy white steel, that they can get crazy hamons. So maybe do you have any preference on steels that you like to work with?
Yes, for the hamons, tried some different ones, but currently I stick to 1095 because I have more or less my recipe and know what works. And up to now, I have not really broken blades. So
And
that works good for me, and I keep that.
I guess they are prone to warping just because of the uneven hardening of the blade, right?
Yes, that's a problem, but it's okay with single blades. It's a problem what I've seen now with the with a small series using 1095, or now I'm using the ATC OV2. The warping is a big issue. I never had this kind of warping with let's say some of the stainless ones, so EUBL or something like this. But yeah, sometimes for the carbon steel, the warping is a problem, at least on my hand side.
And I guess it's when you try to get the hormone, right? Or
Yes,
is it?
mostly.
Yeah. And do they bend on the part where the hormone is actually is, or do they bend somewhere in the handle?
They bend where they like to.
Where they like to. That's nice answer. That's a nice answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do whatever they want, and I don't know why. Really, this is horrible.
Are you quenching facing north?
No south.
South. That's your
1095,
problem.
1095 needs to be quenched south. Really.
Ah, okay, okay. But that is why you are getting problems on ATCR V2, I guess.
Yeah,
You
could
need
be.
to be like a few degrees to the to the other side, maybe. Yeah. I mean, looking at your knives, and I remember when I saw those on last year in Knife Show Austria. You have a very striking design. These are very, very nice. I mean, I want to say these are really nicely made, but they are also look like nothing else that I've seen. They are
Thanks.
really, really interesting to look at. And maybe you could share, maybe do you have some inspirations in the knife world, or where do you look at if you want to get inspired?
For inspiration, it's hard. My handles are mostly, or they came from the kitchen knives in between. When I started out with the first blades I've done for auto knives, I had the standard round handles and never was very excited about them. It's hard to index those blades and so on. And when I got to the kitchen knives, I've seen some kitchen knives with facets on it and had to try it. And I loved it also, how they are in the hand, how to index them, and tried the first ones on smaller kitchen knives, and then on outdoor knives. And yes, now I'm sticking with it because I really like it.
And like you have really nice defined crisp facets on the handles. Do you have like any did it came to you easily, the process of making them, or did you have to figure out how to make them? You can get really nice facets on one handle scale, and then you have to match them perfectly on the other side. And I guess it takes a lot of time, practice, and and you also have to finish them nicely. So maybe you could shed a little bit of light on the process, how you are making those handles, how you are grinding them and finishing them.
Yes, I thought a long time about making some tools or something like this to achieve the facets, but never have been happy with it. So I'm doing everything by hand, freehand grinding on the facets. As you mentioned, the first handle is no problem. The problem is the second handle. The biggest problem is if you like to make 12 blades looking the same, then you have the first side what is easy, and afterwards you have 23 handles, which are a big problem.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I face the same problem. And when you are the maker, you want all the same knives looking the same, the exact same, and I mean to the fraction of a millimeter. And if you see that one knife is a little bit different, a little bit maybe longer facet or something like that, it really bugs me. But I guess for the customer, it does not really matter because they are not buying all of those 12 knives and they are not comparing them as we do. So it's something that I have to fight.
Yeah, that's correct. But that was my main problem in first stage. To be honest, now I have given up to have every single knife looking exactly the same, because for me currently it's not possible doing everything by hand without any toolings. They look very, very similar. The left and the right side of the handle is the same, but doing 12 really, really similar was too much work for me, to be honest. Or is. I'm currently working or started the facets on the handles, so I'm still thinking about it. I finished the first two. They're looking good. So let's see what the next week will bring.
You'll have to see. And for the finishing, so you do some hand finishing, right?
Yes,
You
I have to do the hand finishing, yeah.
So we do hand sanding and
yes, and everyone loves hand sanding.
So I feel so sorry for you.
Yes, I understand. Not everyone could just push a button and wait until they're finished, isn't it?
Yeah, that AO. I love that. I love it. Yeah, that is the dream, man. That is the dream. Just press a button and have perfectly nice handle skills.
Maybe you could make my handles in future.
Yeah, shoot me a DM. We can talk about something.
Sure.
I know. If you want some G10 handle skills, I know a very good supplier.
Yeah, you gotta finish my handle project first, Polly. That was like 2 years ago.
Yep, it was 2 years ago. Look. Okay, it's fine. We'll talk about it after the show. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But talking about something you wouldn't have to worry about. Kilns. This show is sponsored by minihell.eu, the wonderful kilns that are made in Poland by our good friend Baltazar. Really good prices, exceptional quality, and beautiful color scheme, black and red. So they not only look hot, they are actually really, really hot. So sorry for the cough. So go to minihell.eu, buy the next kiln for you, and of course at checkout use carbon 5 to save the whole huge 5% that you can reinvest, by some handle materials, maybe some steel, or maybe you can shop around on his website minihell.eu and buy some heat treatment foil for some stainless hardening, or heat treatment racks for batch hardening if you are doing some carbon steels and small blades. So easy peasy, dip it and pull it out, and you have like 5 blades that are hardened. So minihell.eu. And now back to the show. So yeah.
Yes, I have a Minihell too.
Really?
Yes, I got it with your code, I think 2 months ago, and I really love it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Okay, did you get it with the simple controller or with the fancy one?
No, with the simple one.
Yeah, I have the same. It's so easy. It's
very easy. Yeah, I just love it.
Is it a 3-phase or 1-phase?
A 1-phase.
A 1-phase. I have a 3-phase one. I wonder how long is the heat up time for your like specific temperature.
25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's quick. Oh,
yes, it's really, really quick. I was wondering, it was quicker than it was mentioned on the homepage.
Oh, so I mean, in this case, there is nothing to be mad about.
Yes, sure.
So nice. It's so nice to hear from our guests and our listeners who are using minihell.eu kilns. Send in your feedback if you would like. We could share that, talk about that, blah blah blah. So
So for all these knife handles that you're making on your website, you make the same models over and over again. Do you have like a template to get you like in the area of the right facets, or it's just something that you remember?
No, it's just out from my head, and checking with the eye mostly, and when finishing by hand with the caliper. but there's no template or something like this. So all the knives are generally looking very similar, but depending at least on the customer what he likes to. Some of them like it a little bit thicker, some of them like it a little bit longer, and that's the, let's say, what the customer at least can decide, and I work it out that it looks fine in the end.
Yes, I think you've been a customer of mine for a while, and we met for the first time. I think everybody remembers that at Knife Show Austria. That was one of the highlights of the show. But you're gonna have a table this year, right?
Yes, I'm at Knife Show Austria again. It was really great fun last year, and
but this is the first time you have a table, right?
Better. No, I had a table last year.
Oh, okay.
I have been beside Albert.
Next to ours, yes.
Yes.
Best neighbor ever.
Thanks.
Better than this material guy on the other side.
Why? What did you get for free?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It was just super nice to meet him. It helps if you get along with your neighbors, because then they can look after a booth or table when you.
Yes, that's correct.
Get something to eat or whatever. Yeah.
Or some beers.
Or beer, yeah.
Yes, hopefully again this year.
Yeah, let's see where it puts us.
Yeah, I saw already the layout.
Really?
I can't remember where you guys are. And I'm not supposed to tell anybody, even if I could remember.
I have been to Huber some weeks ago, and he told me nothing.
Soon enough. It's October, so we're not that far away.
Yeah.
Do you have knives that you're going to make special for the show, or are you bringing your standard lineup from the website?
Not fully sure about it yet. I have in beginning August, I'm on Survival Rally. There I have to bring the ones that are currently in the making. Then let's see what is left afterwards. Hopefully a lot. And I will decide later on what to do or what to make as special parts or special knives for the Knife Show Austria.
And now you got to tell us what Survival Rally 2026 is.
What is Survival Rally? It's an outdoor event where you have to walk, I think, a round course of 12 kilometers with 6 stations in between, where you have to work out some bushcraft or survival skill related stations.
So little challenges along the way.
Yes. And beside that, there's some workshops and some training for bushcraft and survival. And they also have a what's it called? Fair.
It sounds great. Sounds like the exact clientele that you want to be looking at. And yeah. Sounds really good.
Yes, of course. I'm really looking forward to it. I was asked if I would like to go there. Last year it was a little bit too short for me to provide everything, but this year, yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
So your knives will be used in some of the challenges also?
I'm not really sure about that yet. We're currently working everything out. Maybe there will be some challenges or some things we do at our booth on the fair. But it's not finally decided yet.
Sounds like a cool event. Have you participated in it before?
No, I think it's the third time. Last year I didn't catch it, and the first time they made it, it was just the rally itself without the fair. So it's still growing.
What kind of challenges they have? Like you have like to make fire making station,
yes.
and then you move on to the next.
Yes, one was fire making, then shooting. I don't know what the others have been. I think doing some knots, obstacle course, something like this. And they have 2 different varieties. You can walk it without anything or with 15 kilograms on your back.
For extra points, or
Yes, I think so. So you have to weigh your backpack up front, and afterwards you have to walk or run through.
so if you got extra weight in your bag and you take a little bit longer at the challenge, does that like even it out or something, or is it I don't understand what the extra weight's for.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just divided in two groups. The first group, the easy one without anything, and the other one with the 15 kilogram backpack extra for the hard guys.
But you're organizing it. You're not participating in it.
No,
right?
I'm participating.
You're participating.
I'm just participating. Yes.
So you don't know the challenges or what kind of challenges you have to take in advance.
No, they are just. Maybe you can check out their Instagram page. They are currently starting with the with showing all the different stages or stations they are doing, and the first ones they showed was I think the fire making, and the second one was shooting, but this time not with an air rifle but with a crossbow.
I'm looking at their website right now. 12 kilometers. Yeah. You have to be 16 years old to participate.
You gonna do it, Albert?
No.
Why not? Would be nice seeing you guys. Polly.
I mean, if I walk on foot from Lithuania to there, maybe they would award me some extra points, but it's like 1,300 kilometers.
Sure. I'm sure, Polly, you will get a free patch.
A free patch?
Yes.
Fucking hell, something for free?
Yes, something for free for Polly.
I'm on my way. I have to leave it right now. So, wait, just to be clear, so you are also participating in it as a participant, but you are also an exhibitor with your knives, right?
I'm just an exhibitor. I don't know if I'm participating the course itself, but I'm exhibiting.
Okay. Interesting. And when did you say it will be happening? Somewhere in the summer, right?
7th and 8th of August.
Of August. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will shoot you some DMs. I'm interested how that will go, because it looks like the match of what you are making and the people that will be there is pretty good.
I think so too. Would be also interesting for you, Polly.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you can have it. It's fine.
How generous of you, Polly.
I am really good. I'm changing. Look, before I was corrosive. I was cheap. Now look at me. I'm giving away things. I'm just, I'm changing, guys.
You've grown so much, Polly.
Oh, thank you.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Even Albert is impressed. And no, I haven't heard what sarcasm is.
But who is organizing this event?
The guys from Eichenwerk, it's called.
Okay.
They are shooting instructors, mainly, I guess. I hope I don't tell anything wrong.
Okay. Amelie Eichinger-Noll. She's big into shooting. Yeah, that's Eichenwerk. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think as shooter you should know her.
Yes.
Albert, are you like part of like all these shooting things on Instagram too?
I follow a few people, yes. And there's some you can't avoid when you're in Austria, and she's one of them. So.
All right.
What do you mean you can't avoid? Is she like stalking you?
No, but sooner or later, some are gonna pop up in your feed as a recommendation. If you see,
okay. So she is active on.
She's very active. Not just she. There's quite a few. But if you're into shooting, or it's even the same with knife making, right? So you get recommendations that the algorithm knows you. So, and it's targeted, of course. So that's an Austrian company, right? So, and Instagram knows that we are located in Austria.
Yes.
I think that's one of the biggest shooting instruction schools in Austria, isn't it?
Yes, the biggest and best so far, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fucking old man.
The Red Bull I swallowed it wrong. Sorry.
Don't try to swallow the whole can. You need to drink from it.
I did. I was trying to get it in between breaths here.
Look, listeners, Keith is fighting for his life here.
It's an everyday battle.
So, going a little bit back to knife making, Oliver.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? It's fine. It's fine. You will survive. I mean, nothing will take you now. Going back to knife making. I mean, you started with files. That sounded terrible. I started with files. It was terrible. Don't try to downplay it. I mean, that it wasn't terrible. I mean, shit, I just forgot the question that I wanted to ask. This is a professional show. I'm fighting for my life now too. But okay. Maybe would you like to spill some ideas on the sharpening process that you are doing it? You are doing it as a part-time, as a hobby. What system do you have? What approach do you have? I've been talking with some knife makers, and they all do have very different approaches to sharpening, and especially burr removal. So, would you like to, spill some beans?
And how do you sharpen a blade out in the field? That's also interesting because you're a scout, so pretty sure you know how to sharpen a blade when you're out, right?
Yes and no. You can use your belt for just resharpen it to give it a short just drop on the leather. But anyway, beside that, I think the easiest way is to have something. We sometimes use small stones or a sharpening rod going outside.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, if you have a knife and are using it are out in the field 1 week or something like this, and you're using it as normal tool, you don't have to resharpen the knife within this week. Yes, it's getting a little bit more dull, but anyway, nobody needs to sharpen a knife every day if you don't, I don't know, do hunting on big deer or something like this. Just for fishing and so on, it's no problem to use the same knife, just with a little bit stropping for 1 or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my opinion, but I think it work.
And how do you, to get back to Pauli's question, sorry, Pauli, for hijacking your question, but how do you sharpen your own blades?
I have how are they called? The wheels in the water. How is the
Tormek?
The Tormek, yes. Mm-hmm. I got from the. I started working with my granddad. He has done how's it called in English? Krippenfiguren, carving.
Mm-hmm. I also don't know what a Krippenfigur in English is.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, but he does much work with carving knives and so on, and he had this Tormek blade Tormek sharpening system back then. He was also the reason I started with carving and using knives more and more together with him, and he has already passed, and so I got his Tormek, and this is the way I sharpen the knives currently.
The original, like a T4, one of the older style ones.
Yes, the older style ones.
Is it green?
No, it's blue. I think
I have the blue, the green one.
No, it's blue. And additionally, I have for polishing such polishing stones where you put the knife, or you clamp the knife in the system, correct the angle, and afterwards you can use those stones. But I'm a little bit cheap as Poly, so I use the ones from, I think, Alibaba or Temu, and this works also great for the polishing of the blade or the edge.
I think Tormek is a great system to do your sharpening, especially the setting of the first bevel of the sharpening.
Yes, it's easy and it's very fast. I have done it by hand on a stone in the beginning, but this takes forever.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's like grinding with files, filing away with files, not using a grinder to do the bevels is the same. Trying to set the very first edge using hands and whetstones instead of something, like a
Yes,
Tormek.
but I think that's where we all started, or most of us started, with just a small grinder, belt grinder from the hardware store,
Oh yeah.
making the first blades.
I mean, I remember after the files, I started using a belt sander that my father used for wood. It's just something like handheld grinder, and
Yeah.
it was.
Yes, I did exactly the same.
uh, I need to say that if you it is not designed to grinding
It's
steel,
going like
and
1,000 miles an hour.
and if some steel particles get inside the motor, it's not very good. It's not very good. And my father never found out why it is sometimes turning on and off.
Oh, no.
But
Hey,
you
yo.
know, yeah.
Uh, I had a suspicion, but look, you know, as we say, if you are not caught, you are not a criminal. So no, it's fine. It's fine. It happens, Maybe it's the branding. Maybe it's the brand was bad, But yeah, after that, yeah, and it as Keith said, it is going 1,000 miles an hour. It is way too fast, and it's aluminum oxide. It's just, but it's way better than a file, 100%.
Yes, that's correct. But I bought, I don't know, 3 years ago, the Pavel belt grinder,
Mm.
and I really love
Mm.
it.
Did you buy the 50 on 2 meters one or a
Yes.
smaller one?
No, the 50 and
Yeah.
2 meters.
With a VFD, I hope.
Yes, with a VFD.
Yeah, it's such a good machine. It just works. I mean, I love it.
Yes, really, never had a problem within the last years.
Mm, mm, mm. And tracking, everything is great. The VFD is great. Did you get the one with the blue VFD or with the older one with the white one with the white face?
With the white face.
Yeah, got the same. And also, I just need to give some props. These VFDs are made also in Poland, and they have one of the best customer supports. I mean, it is so great. I had this short story that I bought just one VFD of Pavel because I wanted to do a disc grinder, disc sander, and I wanted to add a button that reverses the turning of it. So they have these instructions, blah blah blah. You can easily connect it, and I was trying the correct way, the incorrect way, all the ways, and I'm just chatting with the guys that made the VFD in emails, and they are like, try this, try that. And while I was trying the things that they suggested, I accidentally shorted some shit. It just happens. The face was mounted off. I did not want to disconnect some wires, and some stuff touched that shouldn't, and I saw the blue smoke, like bang, and I'm like, fuck. and then I opened my email, and they wrote to me that, oh, sorry, it needs a software update to have the ability, to reverse. And I'm like, yeah, it's way too late. I
Now it doesn't
already
go
burned
forward
it. No, yeah, it's cooked. It's cooked. And they're like, just send it to us. And they repaired it and made it proper and sent it back to me. And I only paid the shipping.
Oh, really?
So
Nice.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
Great service.
yeah, that's good. And I was so bummed that I burned it. So yeah, props to them. And these are great. And they are very easy to actually properly wire to have a button to switch the directions, which is great on a disc grinder.
What
So,
are you using as disc grinder? I'm also
um,
searching for a disc grinder.
I think. Wait, Keith, aren't you working on a disc grinder?
Yeah, I am working on getting the plans changed over to metric. The guy's taken a little while, longer than I thought he would, but it would be the BAs, the Vanda Sander, the newer version. So the table is supported on the left and the right side.
Okay.
Not
But
only on
you're
one
you're
side.
selling the plans afterwards or the full grinder?
Like the grinder kit will be everything lays it
kit,
out,
okay.
and you just put it together.
If I remember, I mean, just to answer the question correctly, I'm using something off the shelf that the local turn lathe guy made for me. It's just basically just a 3-phase motor connected with a proper phase, and I got like 2 phases, like one extremely flat and one with a taper of like 1 degree. So I could, then I was thinking, oh, it would be so easy, just to disc grind them and then to hand sand them. Just skip it. I'm just skipping the hand sanding at all. So I'm not using that. So it's not something off the shelf. And if I remember correctly, Pavel also is selling a disc grinder. At least he posted about it on his Facebook. So
Oh, really? Haven't seen.
Yeah, we will have to check for that, but yeah, it's in the works. At least
sounds good. Yeah.
Albert and I also have one. I had the 50 millimeter wide version for a long time, and I upgraded to 75. So all the wheels on it are 75, and I can still change out and use like the surface grinder with the 50 centimeter wide belts. And I think it was like $200 for all the wheels.
Okay. Do you like the surface grinder?
Yeah, I had the surface grinder for a while. It works really good. But the reason that I upgraded to the 75 was because I wanted, when I'm doing blocks and stuff like that, sometimes they don't fit on there well. Yeah. So I upgraded to the 75. I still use the 50 centimeter wide surface grinder, but that really doesn't matter. It's just the magnet that's holding it on there. So
sounds good.
Yeah, it was $200 for all the wheels and the flat platen. So it was a great deal.
Yeah,
it's easy to change over. So Oliver, we're getting near the end of the show. You sell your knives on your website, and I think also Klingenland.at, right?
Yes, I have also some of the knives on Klingenland.at. Currently, not really that much because yes, I'm preparing for Survival Rally and have some customs still open to make. But at least after Knife Show Austria, there will be some more again on the website or on Klingenland.at.
And your website is?
My website is fallenscoutblades.com.
And I think you have the option of selecting English for our English listeners in the top right corner of the website.
Yes, correct.
Very nice. So is there anything that we missed that you wanted to talk about? Any upcoming projects? Or
I don't think so. We talked about the next one, the Survival Rally. Would be happy seeing some of you guys. Also some of the listeners. Just talk to me. Would be happy seeing some knife enthusiasts.
Yeah, I think a lot of our listeners and the people from the knife world would enjoy something like that if you're in the area. It would be cool to check it out.
Sure.
I will try to remember. I'm gonna write it down, put things in the show notes. I'm not very good at that though. But,
I will send you a DM.
Perfect. Awesome. One thing before we go, you talked about field sharpening, and I was curious if your steel that you select has any like impact on the ability to field sharpen. So using a steel that doesn't get as hard, or maybe dialing your heat treatment back so that people can sharpen in the field. Is that like a survival kind of thing, or?
Not really. Just the main thing is for me going with high carbon steels with around 59 HRC. That works great outside. You can use a stone if necessary to get at least a bit of sharpening back if it's really dull. But I still think the best option is don't get it really dull. Don't cut in stones. Don't do shit with your knife. Use it as a knife and not as something different, and then it works also without resharpening.
Ollie, is that something that you take into consideration with your knives?
What do you mean? How to take it into consideration?
Like your
the field
steel choice or the hardness, like target that you shoot for, so that field sharpening is a possibility.
Yes, but in the end, it's look. First of all, the main steel choice is N69 for me, and I think it's an amazing steel. So easy to sharpen. You can get easily great sharpness, and you have exceptional edge retention for that kind of price, for that uh, for for what you get from it, it is great. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, it is way better than ABL, because it is N690 is more forgiving. With ABL, it is even easier to sharpen, but if you use it wrongly, it is so easy to lose an edge. So it has a very great balance. And if some people want some high vanadium carbide steels, of course I'm gonna make it. It won't be easy to sharpen in the field. It will be a bitch. It will be so hard to sharpen it there. But if they want it, they will get it. They will get it. So it doesn't matter if I take it into consideration. And also my blades are ground thinly. So not like kitchen knife thinly, but they are not, exceptionally thick. So you don't have to remove a lot of steel to actually repair any damage or just dullness. So it's kind of easy to sharpen in the field. So I would say I've taken it into consideration, but if they want some hard steel that is hard to sharpen, it's fine. I mean, I get some people that are going like, oh, you need to temper them lower, below 60, so they are tougher, blah blah blah. Who cares? No, don't use it as a pry bar. It's a knife. It is meant for cutting. If you want to do some heavy chopping of something that is impossible to chop with a knife, then use a hatchet, an axe, or whatever. And if you want to cut stuff,
Take your
then I
knife.
am aiming exactly, and that is the clientele that I am aiming for, and I'm just preaching that. Maybe sometimes I'm preaching to the death, the people who cannot hear. It's hard to pronounce. But it's fine, and I also did not get a lot of customers complaining about the thinness on the edges, but they are actually really happy. So I guess the price point of my knives being priced a little higher than something that you can buy easily at the store really filters out the people who are knife people, and they know that knives are meant for cutting, and and they know that you shouldn't stick your knife in the ground because the stones are harder than your edge and you will lose it. And it's it worked out for me. What I want
Yes.
to say.
Yeah, I think Oliver had the correct answer. Take care of
Yeah.
your knife. Use it as it's supposed to be used, and it shouldn't be a problem. And Polly had the answer of just give the people what they want. It don't matter.
It doesn't
Give me what they
matter.
want. If they want to pay for it, I'll sell it to them.
I sell it to them. Yeah, if they want it, look. If they want it, they want it. Who am I to tell? No, you don't want it. If you want it, I will make it for you. But look, I will do a disclaimer, okay, just to cover my ass. That look, I give you my opinion as a quote unquote professional in this field. It's not a good idea. It will be a bitch. You won't use it actually because it's way too hard for you to sharpen it in the field. Yeah, I know that it's great edge retention, and you won't have to sharpen it so you can just skin like 10 boars. But the less frequent you sharpen, the less likely you are willing to go and back and sharpen it properly. You will just beat it down. You'll say, no, it cuts fine. It cuts fine. And then the edge will be beyond repair and you will be like, oh.
Let's buy a new one.
But that is why Baltic Blades is offering sharpening services for my clientele. So I take care of you. But you
Yes,
don't worry. My client, yeah.
I really do the same, but I would be interested. Who of you has already done field sharpening? When and where do you take your knives where you have to resharpen them in the field?
I did
I
it.
haven't. You did?
Of course I did.
Tell about it.
Not because I had to, but I wanted to try it. And back then I used a stone from a river. The surface was very, how do you say?
Flat.
Flat, of course, but very fine.
So sandstone or something like this?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just gave it a go. I just wanted to try it. And it worked. I mean, surprisingly.
We have this ongoing myth that old school grandmothers, they can sharpen a knife into the sidewalk bricks. So, and I mean, it's true. It's kind of true. No, it's abrasive. It will work. It is harder, but will you get a nice edge? Nah, but you will get a working edge. So,
Yes, but to be honest, nobody will do with a knife in the price range we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess, well, I get some people actually asking about what would you recommend as something that we could use in the field sharpening. It really, again, really depends. Uh, I guess field meaning different things for different people. Maybe some hunters have some available electricity somewhere. Maybe they can take a work sharp. And maybe they have a huge power bank or whatever. If they cannot do that, then I guess I'm recommending the same that Oliver already told on the show, which is basically just a sharpening system that has a ceramic rod, maybe, or just, I think Worksharp in general has some great products for quick edge corrections.
Yes, or the Spyderco Sharp Maker does also work great and is small enough to be carried in a backpack. If you need it,
Yeah.
I think it works.
Oh yeah. If I remember correctly, they have these triangular stones that are super easy to set up, right? Yeah, good. I heard some really, really good feedback. So it really depends on what you have available, and these are so easy to take with you, so you don't have to use a river stone. Though it will work. It will work.
Yeah, but I think the question is not whether or not one really has to do it or if there's a need. I mean, if we ask that question, then this whole bushcraft and survival thing is obsolete, right? I mean, no one needs to do a bow drill, right, on a Friday afternoon in somewhere at the survival rally, let's say, right? I mean, that's completely redundant and not necessary for survival because everyone has a lighter, everyone has access to a lighter, and no one even needs a lighter probably, right? Because they all get back to their cars and drive back home. I mean, but the question is whether or not we can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a fun thing to do. It's a hobby, right? I mean, no one needs, as I said, no one needs to do it bow drill. No one needs to be able to build a shelter somewhere in the woods. No one needs to find stuff so he can survive like a cold night out. No one needs to do that. We're I mean, living in civilized countries, right? So
Polly might have to soon with all the stuff going on over there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're at war, I mean, things change, of course, right?
Or if you get lost.
Yeah, but who gets lost, Paulie? I mean,
I mean, a lot of people get lost. There are many people who got lost and never were found.
Yeah,
Albert.
but it's not because of their lack of survival skills, I suppose.
They didn't have their workshop with them.
Yeah,
Their knife were dull.
They
But
were
look,
they probably didn't even carry a knife. I mean,
Albert, I think you have a very good point by saying that you don't need it. It's very good to have the ability, though, and it does that you don't need it now. It does not mean that you won't ever need it. So it's like the prepper mentality. You are prepared if something happens. A skill.
I know.
Exactly.
But it's my point is it's very unlikely that you're ever gonna need them, but they're still fun to practice. And there's nothing wrong with practicing something that's fun.
It's like it's like knowing how to change a tire, and you never had a punctured tire, and you're like, I don't need it right now. My tires are all fine. It's all fine.
Yeah,
I don't have.
But changing a tire is not fun. But doing bushcraft stuff in the outdoors is fun. So that's the difference. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, people make fun of these preppers all the time because everyone says no one's ever gonna need that, and this might be true, but they enjoy what they're doing, so let them. I also think it's a fun thing to do, so there's nothing wrong with that. So you're not hurting anyone or something. I mean,
yes, that's right, and that's also the same or some of the same stuff what we're doing and practicing in our scouts group and so on, because it is fun. Yes, but yeah, never sharpened really one of my knives with a stone. I have to try, I guess.
So the scout thing and the bushcraft thing, they overlap, right? So there's a lot of common stuff to fields, isn't it? So
yes,
what do the boys learn or girls learn with the scout thing?
They start in young age just checking the how to say their surroundings, getting knowledge of stuff outside, all the trees, the rivers, and so on, just to see what's around them and what they can do with those stuff. Having fun together, up to the guys and girls in my group, the oldest one, just to get prepared for life later. So they are checking and managing, let's say, some. We have, for example, we have been bike traveling from Carinthia to Maribor this weekend together with my scouts group. So they are checking where to go, how they can go there. They are working up front where to get the money from, and so on. So let's say they get prepared for life with a big part of being outdoors.
Oh, cool. I always wanted to be a scout, but my parents didn't let me. By the way.
Oh, really?
Same here.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Same with you, Keith. Did you say that?
Yeah. I think it was just a money expense thing, I guess. But I think it's a great thing for kids. It's great that people like you, Oliver, are teaching these kids skills that they don't learn like in school. Unfortunately, those kind of things have died out in the school system, at least in the US. I think that's kind of a common theme around the world right now. But just basic everyday life skills. Like, I mean, it sounds like you're all playing in the woods, but you're learning a lot more than that. You learn social skills and how to like adapt to other people and their way of thinking.
Yes, that's right. The older they get, the more common it is to just get to know the people around, how they act, how they interact, and how to interact with people and your environment. Yeah, it's a great thing, and the kids do have fun.
Nice. Well, I think that was a good show. Thank you so much, Oliver, for coming on. You guys can find Oliver at fallenscoutblades.com. Check out the rally that's going on, the Survival Rally. I will put those in the show notes. And thanks for coming on.
Yes, thanks, guys. Thank you very much for having me. It was fun. And see you latest at Knife Show Austria.
Yes.
100%. Thank you for coming.
All right, guys. Bye.
Thanks too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Tschüss. Play the music. Albert is writing 6-7 in the chat. 6-7.